Right, well, I'm back out after flounder. Perfect conditions there. You know, I've been waiting for a day when it's been perfect conditions. It's obviously it's been really wet and windy over these last few days, so flat calm out there, overcast and no wind. So and a neapish tide, which is great. Couple of hours before high tide, so I'm going to fish over high, and 2 hours into the ebb. Rods and reels exactly the same setup as I normally do. I've got my estuary rods paired up with my multipliers, 18 pound F1 line and 50 pound Ultima shock leader. One setup I'm using a running ledger, and on that running ledger I have got some beads, a stopper, and that's a size 2.0 Sakuma extra manta hook, which I've slightly bent in and offset. And using peeler crab, maybe a nice bass will come along and take that, but no problems at all whatsoever for a flounder to scoff that down. And on the other rod, I'm using a 2 hook flapper, so one up, one down, or Wessex rig, some people call them. So what I'm using on there is, for the bottom hook, is a size 1, and that, again, that's an Aberdeen hook, and that's again bent in and offset. And I'm using it for a pennel to stop it all sliding down, is a size 4 drop shock hook. So so that's my setup. Right, well, I've cast out. I've been out there now for about 15 minutes or so, so I'm going to bring him back in, see what state they're in. Hopefully the lugworms hasn't been chewed all off by peeler crabs, you know, shore crabs, or there's plenty of peelers out here anyway, and the small little bass, but I haven't had any nods or touches of the tips yet, so they should be all okay. But hopefully we'll be able to reel in some nice flounder. So I'm going to bring rods in now and see what state they're in, and take it from there. All right, well, I just wound in my first one, and I didn't even see the bite actually, and had a flounder on my first cast. That's been hooked on the top there, on the pennel, so nicely hooked in there. Only a small one, but as I was winding that in, I saw another flounder chasing after it. So cool, yeah. So obviously we just need something a bit bigger, but I'm happy to catch fish like this all day long. Again, you know, first cast on the lugworm, so it's nice and easily unhooked there. So get him put back and bait out, and back out there straight away. Don't know what happened there, but something gave me a really big scare. I was just sitting down baiting up, and my right hand rod just doubled right over. Luckily I ran to it, grabbed it, but there was nothing there. Don't know. I'd have liked to have thought it was a massive big flounder or a big bass, but probably a bit of weed out there. But the thing is, there isn't much weed. I'm not bringing any weed in, you know, just the odd little bit. But I reckon I'll put it down to that. But it didn't give me a heartbeat. I mean, it just went like that. I've never had a rod go like that. I mean, I've had rods bent over like, and the reel and the ratchet goes, you know, when I've been fishing for smoothhounds and rays or whatever. But never bent over and nearly ended up in the river. Right, a nice little bass then to add to the flounder. So we're fishing. Right, bass lightly hooked, he was. Caught it before he managed to drop it on the floor, but bass number 2. So not the flounder, but 2 bass and 1 flounder at the moment. Right, it's getting put back. Right, that's a nice sized bass. Yeah, so that's 3 bass, just the 1 flounder. But it's nice to be able to catch a few fish. Right, always the way, isn't it? Last cast, and I get a decent bass. Just going to sort them out, get them quickly unhooked. Well, last cast on both rods, and I just had a big bass on the other one, 54 centimeters, and then as I was releasing it, along came this one on the other rod. So this one's slightly bigger, slightly heavier. So the end of the session. Well, I was after flounder, but nice in the end to get a couple of decent. Well, I think that's 5 bass now. A couple of or 4, a couple of decent bass in the end. So yeah, nice bit of fishing. So anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, great fishing. Cheers.